And after 10 years of hard work and perseverance to turn their dream into a reality, it's the #1 sports bar in America.
Welcome to Walk On.
Walk-ons, because everyone needs a little playing time.
For a lifetime of the best possible vision, look to Wallace Eye Associates, where our tradition of eye care excellence in Cenla spans nearly 40 years. From your next family eye exam to cataract and glaucoma evaluations, trust your vision to the experienced eye professionals at Wallace Eye Associates. Call Wallace Eye Associates today at 318-448-4488 to schedule your next eye evaluation.
The 2022 Time Dealer of the Year, Bob Giles, is now the new Hyundai dealer in Cenla. Bob earned the industry's most prestigious award out of 16,000 new car dealers nationwide.
Hi, I'm Bob Giles, and I promise our team at the all-new Giles Hyundai will do everything possible to live up to the high standards that earned us this most prestigious honor. And with the utmost enthusiasm, we greatly look forward to serving you.
BK Distributors is proud to support high school athletics on 446 Sports. BK is the one-stop shop for trophies, banners, awards, letter jackets, and just about anything award-related. And now, welcome BK Apparel and BK Promotions to the family for all your spirit apparel needs and anything you need to brand your business. When you think of anything you need with your name on it, think BK. Check them out on Facebook or at bkdistrib.com. BK Distributors, Apparel and Promotions in Pineville.
Wherever you are, you're there for a reason. You shouldn't have to make a trip to the branch to deposit a check. Skip the trip and use our mobile app to easily and securely deposit checks right from your phone, day or night, wherever you are or whatever you're doing. Download our mobile app today.
Appliance Parts Company in Alexandria has all your major appliance parts needs. We sell parts to all major appliances as well as new appliances, including window units, chest, and upright freezers. Appliance Parts originally opened its doors on Lee Street in 1972, and we're now open at a new location on Memorial Drive to serve you better. Stop by, say hey to our crew, and check out our awesome holiday gifts. Appliance Parts, 2208 Memorial Drive in Alexandria next to Target. Open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, and Saturday from 9 till 12.
Hello? Yep, there it is. There we go. Coach Scully just did something.
That's what it was. Yeah, now we got that echo. You hearing that?
Oh, yeah, we live
That was.
in full effect at the Eagles Nest, baby.
Man, oh, man, my apologies. Coach Scully, thank you. Thanks.
I don't know anything about electronics, trust me.
You know, I thought it was probably that thing.
It might be the connection on the
just
box.
Trying to get – I'm going to have to order a new –
It's Doug's fault.
Yeah, it's got to be Doug again.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know, a lot of great things that you have said about your coaching staff. You know, unfortunately, people didn't hear either time. But
well, let's talk about them next week.
Next week,
How about that?
That's right. Next week when we're 4-8.
That's right.
You know,
that's right.
1-0
in the playoffs.
1-0 in the playoffs.
That's what we're looking for.
Let's take a look at last week's game, because we've seen so many commercials. Even though they couldn't hear some of the sound, they heard some of it. But they've seen the names of the people. But we'll start with the first play, and we're going back to the Glen Oaks game in Baton Rouge last Friday.
Correct.
As a tackler, basically, because you go out of bounds and you're out of bounds.
We use that sideline as another defender.
Yep. So here we are in the pistol formation. I don't know the number there at quarterback. We didn't have the starters for them. But that's going to be the handoff up the middle. Cooper Scott was there, and oh my gosh, he breaks free, and we are just missing tackle after tackle. And Jaden Lewis, the last one there, and you take him down any way you, as a tackler, basically, because you go out of bounds and you're out of bounds. Catch that, right? Figure that one out. Yep. All right, so here we are. We got rid of that. We got rid of that
that
echo.
The number there at quarterback.
Look how clear that video
is.
That's beautiful.
But that's going to be the handoff up the middle. Cooper Scott was there, and oh my gosh, he breaks free, and we are just missing tackle after tackle. So I'm going to go in and mute that one. But yeah, that was like the first play of the game, or for them, or
yeah, that was their first play after they we kicked it off to them, or we punted it to them. Didn't we? Because we got ball first.
We got the ball first.
Yeah, so we had punted it to them, and this is their first play because we got a good little punt right there and got them backed up and thought we could get something going.
And don't worry about that, because I just showed that, because that was their
Best
almost
play.
their one outside of the kickoff return for the touchdown.
Yeah. But earlier when everybody couldn't hear us, you were talking about that young man. I believe that's number 0.
Yeah,
the starting tailback.
That's right.
And he was a great player, man. Good speed, and we knew that going into the game, and had to key on him a little bit, and right there we just weren't ready for some reason. We just did not fit our gap, And so, Coach, you wanted to?
Yeah, we just came inside, too far inside. We came in the A gap. He hit the B gap and hit the sidelines, and again, everybody has a gap to play, and that's kind of what happened there. And we just over pursued it, and that was the scary thing about Glen Oaks. As we watched them all week on film and prepared for them, we tried to tell the players, listen, if you don't play assignment, this can happen, and that's what happened right there. And the guys in the secondary did a great job of rallying to the ball once he got into the secondary.
Yeah, and you can just see how fast he was to hit that gap, and he was in and out of it. And I only have one other play that shows him running, and it was the play that Carter kind of came down and made him take a step. He had already kind of tweaked his ankle, and it tweaked it a little bit more, and he was out of the game in the first half and didn't return. But, I didn't want to over-dissect that play because – it was 28-6 Eagles in the end, so that play didn't hurt us. So we'll go to this one. And he said, I'm going to tell him about y'all's because it's free. Blocked! And it's going to be picked up by Carter Marcantel, who blocked it, and he's going to score. That's going to be a touchdown. Eagles.
No flags.
No flags on the play. Carter Marcantel went right up the middle, and he blocked it, and he scooped it up himself.
Isn't that something? It was something. Look,
the last 22 yards for the touchdown, and the Eagles start fast.
Situation.
They went on offense.
We were more excited because that was a situation we practiced. If you notice, we didn't put anybody back, and we said, guys, this week we want to block a punt. We didn't block the punt all year, so let's go out and block the very first punt we get a chance to. And so we sent 9 guys after it. We knew where they were going to be, and honestly, we put the blocker or the personal protector in the situation. Are you going to block David Roberts, or are you going to block Carter Marcantel? Well, that guy chose to pick David Roberts, and so therefore Carter Marcantel got the block punt, and we had it set up that if he didn't block the punt, then guess what? And if the punt got blocked, then we were going to try to allow Cooper Scott to scoop and score. Well, Marketell said he's going to do it all. He said, I'm going to do it all. If I'm going to block it, I'm going to scoop and score. So that was fun. That was an execution thing that we did right there early in the game.
All I know is I told David, I was like, man, Carter is going to be he might be a little cocky after that. Yeah. Doug, we got your message, by the way. We're reading it right now.
Oh, yeah.
So, anyway, that was a great way. Look, we talked about jumping out in front and getting the lead and starting fast and getting going. And it wasn't necessarily the offense that did it, but somebody's got to make it happen. And special teams, they always say it's the three parts of the game.
That's right.
Offense, defense, special teams. And when they're all cooking, you usually got a really good dish happening, right?
Look, and I'm going to say this. I know Coach Morris listens to my shows on Wednesdays. I was taught by one of my mentors, Coach Vance Morris, that if you ever block a punt and return it for a touchdown, you'll very rarely ever be a part of a loss. And it's true. Every game that I've been a part of, you block a punt and return it for a touchdown, you never lost that game. It's a crazy thing, and I never think about it, but whenever it happens, you're like, we're going to win this game.
Yeah.
And that was the first play, but that was the first score. But I'm sitting there looking at the clock. I'm like, oh, gosh, there's still 5 minutes left in the first quarter,
Is that just a morale buster, though?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, for the other team, and now they got to come back from that?
Yeah, backbreakers for any team. A block punt return for a touchdown, a kickoff return for a touchdown, and an interception return for a touchdown. Those things can break a team's back.
Yeah.
Those are things that hurt, or a scoop and score for
a fumble, scoop,
fumble, scoop and score. Those are things right there that they break a team's back.
Oh, it was fun to call. And,
it was.
Hopefully folks heard the excitement.
Well, I don't know, but you guys were talking about something different in the headset, and then I was, oh, look, it's a block punt.
Right. Yeah. He's going to scoop and score. Strunk in. We'll see what he has to say here. They're going to hand it off up the middle again, and we got that stuff. Let's make sure we tackle him. And there we do. Dusang. And is that Roberts? No, that's Cody Lyons. That was Cody Lyons that came in. But, boy, y'all owned the line for that game, Coach Scully. They did a great job.
They did. And one of the interesting things, and again, kudos to these guys that put the work in. And they did it for 10 weeks and just trusted the process. But, once we came to the sidelines and we explained to them, listen, this is what happened. You missed the gap. You played the wrong gap. And this is kind of what happened. And so, the most interesting thing was on that particular play, we fielded. Cody came up, made the play. And again, kudos to him. What an unbelievable job on that particular play. And all night long, those guys on defense did a great job of swarming to the ball.
Yeah, and, I mean, they just backed them up. It was a great game to call.
That's Deuce. Well, and now Deuce knows that once he goes flat and I love
kind of transitioned into this second in robotics in February. We'll talk about that.
It was fun to watch it, and so
if you see him, he's really good play and fun to call.
Yeah.
So we'll just keep going. Here's a deep.
Knew their lines.
It's David Roberts is at 5 yards deep, I believe now, and it meant a lot into it.
But the team going to hand it off to
instead of inside, and then of course when he bounced it,
broke it open.
For as big of a guy he is, he's got pretty good speed, and he kind of showed it right there.
And after 10 years of hard work and perseverance to turn their dream into a reality, it's the #1 sports bar in America.
Welcome to Walk On.
Walk-ons, because everyone needs a little playing time.
Bob earned the industry's most prestigious award out of 16.
Everything possible.
For a lifetime of the best possible vision, look to Wallace Eye Evaluation.
The entire expect that was out of our we comes 3-1, man.
And
just staff, because I know me personally, I've never coached this type of offense. But it's been fun to learn in the process, because us as his tweaks, head coach well, and so us working together. But it's been fun to guys.
And try
everybody
to
else will be in the secondary.
Try to get Bama home, with a leadership.
Yeah,
but I was glad to see him just to listen. Hey,
I'm saying how good their coach is. Those guys and the best players in the country.
Words. Corey Holmes here, and Ted Roberts came over. Thanks for
next Wednesday.
And next Wednesday when we're back at the coaches.